Hey everybody, how's it going? Good to see everyone. May the Lord bless and keep you on this happy Mother's Day. You had a great time. Tell your mom you love her. Jason, how's your mom doing, by the way? Hope she's doing alright. Good to see you, man. Hey, Sabrina. Hey, Mr. Grimm. Jason Alexander, good to see you. Thank you to all your moms and grandmamas out there that take care of boys like me, men like me. I got you, Jason. I got you. How'd your coffee thing go the other day? Or is that a bad thing to ask? I just thought about it because I'm drinking some coffee right now. I'm glad your mom's doing good. That's great to hear. Great to see you, everyone. Hope you're all doing great. And it went nowhere. Oh, okay. Well. Hey, David. Not even emotionally, no connection there or anything, Jason? Just not much. Anyway, hope you're all doing alright, everybody. Great to see everyone. This is part 4 of our latest Snatcher playthrough. Most likely we'll finish it tonight, I guess. Then when we bite Snatcher, next game we're gonna play is Police Knots. Ding! But it's gonna be Police Knots next. Like no astronauts, but it's the police in outer space, the Police Knots. Anyway, once we beat Snatcher, we're going to move on to Police Knots. For those that aren't aware of that, that's what we're doing, which is Kojima's third IP. Awesome. What did you make your mom for breakfast? There, Jason Lewis. Wow, let's get to it, shall we? Let's do it. Oh, Jason, that's fine. Hey, Jason, that's fine. No worries. That's honorable, man. There's no need to speak bad about anybody. It's just didn't go well. Like you said, wasn't compatible. Good enough. Good enough. You're just so early. It was so early in the morning. Ugh. It was so early. Alright, here we go. Y'all ready? Are y'all ready for some more Snatcher? Y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Okay, let's go. Born ready, Sabrina. Born ready? Born ready to get that dissertation done today? Is that how ready you are, Sabrina? Alright, here we go. Continue game. I wonder where we are. These are where some Snatchers are being, starting to grow their artificial skin to take the place of some people, which we're about to find out who they are. I have a feeling I already remember who they are, but y'all probably do not yet. Mr. Grimm, yes, I am on Twitch as well. I am. You been sick all weekend? Okay. Turn to the investigation. Alright, let's look. Gillian. There are Snatchers with their artificial skin already installed here. Uh-oh.
This is where they fuse the artificial skin onto the Snatcher's endostructure. First, they adjust the size of the still skinless Snatcher to the size of the individual who is to be snatched. The Snatcher's overall shape and size can be adjusted by expansion or contraction of sizing rods. Their sex is controlled by gender units, which are installed at this point. Then, the face is modified to match the intended victim by adjusting the size of the upper and lower jaw, cheekbones, temporal bones, and tooth alignment.
Just like Gibson said, that means there are limits to the size of the people that they can snatch.
That's right. The limits of the mechanism mean that they can't snatch children, the elderly, or people who are very tall or heavy. And this is where the artificial muscle's attached.
Is it organic?
No. It appears to be coated with a type of plastic gel capable of mechanical response. Like human muscles, it creates mechanical energy through chemical reactions.
Wow.
And this is where the artificial skin is attached. In order to prevent the synthetic cells, developed using biotechnological protein design techniques, from rejecting the inorganic material below, they attach it gradually over a number of days.
And this is the stuff that gets cancer if they stay out in the sun too long.
Finally, they attach body and scalp hair. The process involves transplant of synthetic hair follicles as well, so the hair will grow back if it's lost.
What about scars or birthmarks?
It would appear that they make those adjustments at this point in the process, as they would for wrinkles to simulate age.
Hey, Split Logic Sounds, thank you so much for the sub. Remember, you only get one life to live. Live it to the max.
Welcome to the family, son.
Thank you so much. How you doing, Enel Ennis? Enel Ennis. That's a tongue twister. Nice, Jason. That sounds so good. Computer terminal is installed on each preservation cylinder. There are tubes and wires running all over the place. Please watch your step. These units are nearly ready to perform a complete snatch. I don't either, Jason. No. Okay, sorry. Dude, why earbuds over earphones? Because I don't like to have stuff over my ears. Just a personal thing. Your dad. Inalinus. Okay. Or two. Okay, I already said that. Yeah, that's why. Your dad. These terminals must all be connected to a host computer which monitors conditions inside each of the cylinders. Monitors are all displaying various data and charts. Those are used to culture the Snatcher's artificial skin. Endostructures are submerged within them. Jason, you're a dirty dog. You dirty dog. They're constructed with a special reinforced glass that would require quite a bit of effort to break. Okay, nothing different there. Appears that weak ultraviolet rays are being projected from above. This is really advanced, way beyond anything we saw at Queen's Hospital. Appears that weak ultraviolet rays are... Nothing different there. The whole area is protected as a clean room. There is a door at the far end of the room. This is very sophisticated equipment. I'm surprised at the advanced level of the facility they have constructed. How we doing in the chat, everybody? I wonder where they're getting their funding from. They're probably supplying their financial backers with Snatchers as well. Power's on. Look at this, Gillian. The data of people to be snatched is all being neatly processed. That which they generate the artificial skin with. Hi, Dragon X. Yeah, we're taking our time. There's no sound except for the soft bubbling of the liquid in the cylinders. I'm not registering any sounds except those regular noises coming from the equipment here. It's locked, but I should be able to open it from this side.
So this is where the whole thing begins. The endostructures arrive here from the Kremlin. Then they convert them into copies of their victims. And finally, they head out into the city using the old subway system.
With artificial skin maintenance being handled at Queen's Hospital.
But who's behind all this?
Gillian, look at this. There are some finished Snatchers over here.
Get a load of this. The U.S. President, the Prime Ministers of Japan, and the U.K.
Gillian, you're in here too.
Figures. They were looking to snatch every VIP at the summit.
And the last junker, you. It definitely looks like they plan on moving out beyond Neo Kobe.
If they were to snatch every major world leader, they'd practically be able to control the planet. Still, that's odd. With their flawed skin, pulling something off like that would really be difficult.
Chin said they had found the key to developing a perfect artificial skin. Maybe they've already produced it.
No idea. But the number of Snatchers here makes it clear that they're up to something new.
Gillian, this is definitely their nest. We should destroy everything.
Not yet. Not until we found Jamie. Metal, how much time do we have left?
The summit should have begun by now. We don't have much time. And once our legal privileges are suspended, I won't be able to help. In fact, I'll be forced to restrain you.
I know. If the military wants to avoid nukes and goes for a surgical strike on this facility, what would they likely use?
Probably a phased particle beam from one of the attack satellites.
A phased particle beam, huh? That'll wipe this complex right off the map.
Everything, including the soil, will simply evaporate. The attack will leave just a large crater.
Metal, can you convince them to give me another hour? Even 30 minutes will help.
Understood. I'll try my best.
And I'll try to find and rescue Jamie in that time.
I can't transmit here due to interference from the Snow 9. I'll have to leave the area and then send the message.
All right. Do it, Metal.
Gillian, don't forget. 30 minutes. You must get out before then.
I understand.
Gillian, I'm sorry I couldn't help you better.
Don't worry about it. I'll be able to move faster by myself anyway. 30 minutes should be plenty. Go, Metal.
Yes, sir.
Save my game.
Don't forget. 30 minutes.
"30 minutes? Oh, this is gonna be tight. That room's the only place left to check. Let's take a look.
How's it going here, Split Logic? Hope you're doing well. That was tough.
I wasn't ready for that. They almost got me. All right, let's open the next door.
That was rough.
Doesn't look like there's anything here. Whoa!
Oh, come on.
Jeez, these guys are tough. Of course, I didn't exactly expect them to welcome me with open arms. Okay, let's try this next door.
Good to have you here, Spot Legend.
And you came for me.
Are you hurt?
No, they won't lay a finger on me. Not until the new artificial skin is completed anyway.
Artificial skin research? You?
Gillian, I've got my memory back. All of it.
What happened? Tell me, Jamie.
They said they'd kill him. They said they'd kill Harry. They forced me. I had to help them with the skin development. They said I had to help them because the professor was ill. Wasn't getting any better. Gillian, the engineer Harry, he's our son. He's been living on his own now for 50 years.
Jamie, I'm afraid that Harry's...
There was nothing I could do. They forced me. But I can't do it anymore.
Jamie!
The professor, he just died. He was over 100.
The professor? What? This old man?
Don't you remember? It's Professor Modner. Professor Petrovich Modner.
What? This old man is Modner?
He's been confined here for 3 years now, just to develop the Snatcher's artificial skin. Terrible. Doing that to your own father.
Whose father? Jamie, I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
You really can't remember, can you?
Jamie, tell me who I am. What were we doing at the Kremlin?
Are you sure you really want me to, Gillian? It's all so awful, but if you must know, I'll tell you.
Yes, tell me.
Try to remain calm, okay? 56 years ago, you and I were involved in a top-secret Soviet project. It was still during the time of the Cold War. The gulf between East and West was as wide as ever. Everybody was worried about nukes. At that point, the world's armies were at their largest ever. Leaders still believed that a strong military meant a strong nation. There were rumors that there would be an agreement to end the production of nuclear weapons. On the other hand, the major powers like the US began to get involved in a space weapons race. But not the Soviets. The conservative despots in the Kremlin had another, completely different idea for gaining military superiority. A horrible plan, something no one else would think of. At that time, the countries of the communist bloc were facing an economic crisis. Popular movements pushing for democracy were springing up all over. Communism itself was facing extinction. Facing pressure from the reformers, the Kremlin began to panic. And that's when that horrible, childish plan was launched.
And that was the Snatcher project. Replace your enemy's leaders with puppets of your own. Then you control their governments, their economies, take over a country from the inside out.
That's right, Gillian. And to develop these robots, they assembled some of the most brilliant scientific minds from around the world. Some of them were even brought in against their will. At the crux of that development effort was a group called the Frankenstein Project Team. You and I were members of that team, Gillian. It was a 4-person team led by the late Professor Modner here. The robotics expert was Professor Modner himself. His son, Elijah Modner, handled genetics and microbiology. For nanobiology and picobiology, myself. And for behavioral science and psychology, you, Gillian. Early development was carried out at a lab in Novosibirsk, but was later moved to a secret facility under the Kremlin. At the time, the glasnost and perestroika movements were gaining momentum, and they rightly feared for the existence of the program if it should become known.
I should be in
But
Hollywood
some of the
Gaming Zone.
reformers
Oh,
did learn of
thanks.
the project, and they conspired with the U.S. to block it. Gillian, you were a CIA special agent sent by the United States to infiltrate and sabotage the project.
I was CIA?
Yes, and the government knows that. That's why you were assigned to the Junker team.
What? Who am I?
Work on the project continued to go smoothly. But then, on June 6, 1996, there was that accident. A mysterious explosion at the Chernobyl facility spread a bacterial weapon that was under development there into the atmosphere, destroying the country and the project. Gillian, was it you? Did you set off that explosion?
What? You can't be serious. You think I caused the catastrophe?
Somehow, during the confusion, Professor Modner and our son Harry managed to get picked up by American agents. But we couldn't get out in time, you and I and Elijah. In a shelter below the Kremlin, we entered a cryogenic sleep. Our plan was to sleep there until the toxic effects of the bacteria were safely passed.
And then 48 years later, 3 years ago, we were discovered by the 17th Special Investigative Force.
Yes, but when they found us, Elijah's pod was already empty.
Elijah Modner? That guy whose picture was in the church? The one that looks like Random?
That's right, Elijah is alive! Elijah is here and working on the Snatchers.
Why don't you let me finish your little story?
Who's there?
It's been a while, hasn't it, Jamie? Ah, yes. And Gillian.
Dun dun dun.
It's me, Jamie.
Elijah? Is that really you?
Random? No, not quite.
So you remember me, do you? I am Elijah Modnar, the only son of Professor Petrovich Modnar. I'm afraid I've grown somewhat old and feeble since we last met, however.
Elijah, why are you doing this? Your father, Professor Modner, he passed away a few minutes ago.
What? My father is dead?
Elijah, what happened to you? The Elijah I knew could never do anything like this.
I've changed, Jamie. These 40 years have changed me.
I can't believe it. What happened to you?
What happened to me? Jamie, do I actually have to explain it to you? Jamie, it's you. Your beauty is the cause of all that
Split
has come
logic,
to
yeah.
pass
This is
here.
some of Kojima's handiwork.
57 years ago, I was obsessed with my research, yes, and with you, Jamie. At the time, I was still young, having just graduated with my genetic engineering degree. My father's connections got me on the team, and there, I met you. You were working as my father's assistant. Your beauty, your smile, I was stricken. I saw something in you that I never felt with women of my own country. You warmed my cold, young heart, Jamie. You opened me up, and I couldn't stop my feelings.
Elijah.
Oh, I was so happy. The political situation was crumbling around us, but every day was a joy. I gained my father's trust, and with you there watching over me, I was able to work as hard as I ever have on the project. However, my happiness did not last for long. Gillian, it was you. You showed up and all was ruined. You arrived and joined our project team. Far from home, Jamie found comfort in a man from the same land. Your relationship grew quickly, and all I could do was stand by and watch. Jamie and Gillian fell in love, were joined, and even had a child.
Harry.
Even then, my feelings for you only grew stronger. Worried about me, my father tried to have me removed from the project, but I persisted. Jamie, I always wanted to be near you. And then, the democratic movements that had consumed the rest of the Eastern Bloc spread to our country as well. The Cold War was over. The hardliners who had pushed for its development were stripped of power and the project was cancelled. The reformers, trying to cover up the existence of such a crazed project, ordered that all materials related to it be destroyed and that we stand trial for our actions. Jamie and Gillian were to be returned to their homeland. That's about the time that I learned that you, Gillian, that you were a CIA agent, and that you were trying to pass documents on our research to your military. The country had sold us out. I'm no politician. I couldn't care less about what happened to the country. All I cared about was my research and Jamie. And I was to lose all of that, everything. For someone so young, you cannot understand
Good,
how
Sabrina.
great of a shock that was.
Elijah.
That is when I decided, I swore I would see that secret, crazed project through to the end. At the time, the bioroids were 80% finished. The main part, their endostructure, was essentially completed. But we still were having trouble with the artificial skin, the area that Jamie and I were assigned to. We called it artificial skin, but
Hey,
there
King
was of course
Parsival.
no need to duplicate T lymphocytes, Langerhans cells, or endocrine cells. All we needed was keratinized cells and melanocytes to provide the pigment. With the artificial protein development techniques that we had in those days, full-scale synthetic cell development was very difficult. Research like this took months, years. The original project called for us to simultaneously snatch an entire country. In other words, a whole nation, or an entire city had to be snatched over the course of one night. For that reason, a powerful biological agent, which could quickly and effectively kill the population of the country,
Yes, King
was being
Parzival.
simultaneously developed.
Lucifer Alpha.
That's right. A type RAO11 virus which another team was developing. For someone like myself, who was closely involved in the project, blowing up the lab was quite a simple task.
My God, Elijah, do you know what you're saying? That explosion killed half the world's population.
I moved all the materials and records essential to the Bioroid project into the shelter and executed my plan on June 6th. After sealing off the lab, I brought the two of you with me to the underground shelter and we entered a cryogenic sleep. But not before I programmed an atmospheric research satellite to transmit a wake signal when the danger from Lucifer Alpha had passed.
And 10 years later, Lucifer Alpha naturally mutated into a non-toxic form.
But the automatic revival system failed to work.
Oh no, it worked. Just as planned. It revived me 10 years later. A little sooner than the two of you, of course.
But even though you sealed the lab with the explosion and everything, you should have been exposed. Why weren't you?
Oh, I was. But by that time, the vaccine L Angels had already been developed.
So everything went just as you planned it then.
Unnoticeable logic is so good.
Yes, up until that point. But my real struggle was yet to come. My original plan was to revive Jamie as well, and for the two of us to finish the development of the bioroids. You, Gillian, you were to stay asleep forever. But I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Not after looking at Jamie's peaceful face there in the pod. Besides, I could never have convinced her to work with me on the project anyway. I knew the time was not yet right, so I changed the timers of your pods to permanent on.
How could you do such a thing?
And so for the next 40 years, I worked alone in that cold and lonely room under the Kremlin, trying to complete the artificial skin for the Snatchers. For days and days, no one would visit me. I never saw the sun or felt the changing of the seasons. Still, I always had Jamie by my side. You were always there for me to talk to. Just you and I for 40 years in that dark cellar.
Oh, you poor, poor man.
How would you get over having things for something that you
And
can't be
then,
with?
3 years ago, my research was finally completed.
Hold on,
First,
King Parsival.
I snatched the Siberian Special Investigative Forces to establish a transport route for the Snatchers. And then, to test the effect of large-scale snatch operations, I chose Neo-Kobe City to be my experimental sample. Neo-Kobe is cut off from the surrounding areas, a sort of miniature country in itself, making it a perfect test site. And since it's a melting pot of various races, it would also allow me to gather extensive data on Snatcher modification and operational techniques.
Dragon X,
In
be
addition, the element of
little
suspicion
cautious
and
with that
mistrust,
language there, buddy.
which runs deep in Japanese culture, was another reason I chose this site.
But your test revealed a critical flaw in your machine's artificial skin.
Yes, quite unexpected, I'm afraid. All my research for 40 years.
King
I
Parzival, I'll
gathered
answer
day
you,
and
but
night to find a solution, but nothing seemed to work.
So that's why you decided to bring Professor Modner here, right?
That's correct. I discovered my father in one of the government's hospitals. He was old, but still very sound of mind. Naturally, he would not cooperate with me.
Of course not. He'd never become involved in something like that.
So, unable to receive his assistance, I decided that I had to have yours. But a mistake on my part allowed both you and Gillian to be taken into custody by the authorities first.
Just what are you trying to accomplish, Elijah? You must know you can never get Jamie back.
I'm only interested in discovering what I can of the human animal. In the past, it was because of Jamie. My motive is different now.
It sounds like you're just suffering from the wild arrogance that corrupts so many scientists.
Humans are such weak creatures. No matter how much they trust one another, the tiniest speck of suspicion can destroy it all. Look at how the Snatcher problem has caused such wild unrest. No matter how much science advances or how high we set our ideals, we eventually begin to suspect each other, to hate each other, and then to kill each other. The Snatchers are nothing more than a tool for bringing out this reaction. I am simply using the Snatchers to elicit the true nature of the human animal. I think this experiment has shown me the limits of human society. I sincerely doubt it will be able to reach any greater level of prosperity on its own. If human society ever hopes to reach greater heights, what is needed is an absolute leader, a firm ruler who isn't affected by these trivial episodes of mistrust.
You're crazy if you think people would ever obey Snatchers.
Of course they wouldn't. But if they don't know, they cannot object. There has been a time in every age that the people have longed for a god to lead them. As long as they give the people no reason to suspect them, then they can easily become their gods, indeed, a new race of super beings. We are almost there. Once we perfect the artificial skin, Snatchers will transcend man to become this planet's true human beings.
But you'll never get your perfect skin now. Professor Modner is dead.
I no longer have any use for my father. I have a sample of the new skin he developed. Once I've analyzed it, I'll be able to make as much as I need. Or if need be, we could simply culture the keratinized cells, epithelial cells, and melanocytes in the quantities that we need.
What are you talking about? How could you get a sample of perfected artificial skin?
Why don't you take a look at this? We found this in the rubble of Queen's Hospital.
Random!
Oh, an acquaintance of yours?
He's a Snatcher?
That term isn't exactly accurate. This bioroid was constructed by my father without my knowledge. He modeled it after me in my youth. He built it right here in this facility. And not only that, he programmed it to destroy Snatchers. This bioroid caused me serious difficulties. It's designed and built far better than my Snatchers. The machine itself thought it was human. My father input memories for it all the way back to childhood. Those too were apparently mine. Haven't you yet realized? Random Hajil is Elijah Modner spelled backwards.
Dun dun dun.
How like my father, silly old man. He did virtually overnight.
King
what
Parzival, I
could
would
not do
just
in 40
recommend you, if
years
you have
of
feelings
effort.
for them like that, for them not to be your best friend.
Furthermore, he makes a bioroid so
You need to hang out with someone else that's
Even the
your friend that you don't have
bioroid
feelings
itself
with.
believes itself to be real. What's more, the cells of the skin he developed are self-replicating. Once in place, no further transplants or culturing is necessary.
Is he dead?
Its main and locomotive systems are completely shut down. It's just scrap now. but the artificial skin is being kept alive. This we need. With this, we can move to phase 2 of our plan of full-scale infiltration of the world's major nations.
The summit's already over. You'll never succeed.
What does the summit matter? Nothing holds us back now that we have this perfect skin. We can go anywhere we
Necro.
want, and there will be no way to tell us apart. I will have free control over the
Right,
world.
'cause I kind of see what you're saying. That
Nothing
you're
will
talking
be able
about
to
how
stop
the
me.
head was cocked like this.
Politics and free thought will no longer have
I
any
thought you were saying
meaning.
something else. My bad.
My will alone will decide the course of human history.
Good, Necro. How about you?
You egomaniac. Do you think you can snatch the entire population?
There's a fully automated Snatcher factory under the Kremlin. Even as we speak, scores of new Snatchers are being born.
But no matter how hard you try, you won't be able to snatch the people's heart and soul. What do you hope to gain from this anyway?
Jamie, the human race is composed of fools. But I'm different. I will be its savior. Indeed, not
I see what you're
just
saying,
of
Dragon.
mankind, but of all life on the planet.
I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Metal!
In 10 minutes, this church will be struck by a phased particle beam. I am guiding the beam from the attack satellite using GPS and 15 navigational satellites. The beam cannot miss. Everything in a 2 to 3 kilometer radius from me will be destroyed.
Stop this foolishness now. I will not have my research destroyed by some souped-up pocket calculator.
Metal! What happened at the summit?
The delegates, worried about the Snatcher menace, voted unanimously to allow the use of nuclear weapons on the city. The military is presently imposing a quarantine on Neo-Kobe.
What? Do they intend to kill everybody?
The populace is in a state of panic. However, they have agreed to lift the quarantine if this church is struck by the phased particle beam. This is our last chance. I will handle things here. Gillian, Jamie, you two must flee.
You insignificant mass of metal. You'll never...
One move and I detonate. Gillian, run!
Metal, this is crazy!
We can't let a single Snatcher get out of here. And this new artificial skin has to be destroyed as well.
I will not allow some talking scrap pile to get away with this. If you were the aiming point for the beam, then I'll just have you thrown out of here. Grab this little one and take him out of here.
Here we go. Gotta protect him.
Metal!
Cowardly little robot.
You always were a real pain in the butt.
What's that?
Random.
What? How did... You're supposed to be deactivated.
I don't go down that easy, old man.
Stop this foolish...
Shut up! Let's try to make our final moments peaceful, shall we? And you Snatchers, you touch the little guy and the old man's head comes off.
Random!
I've always hated being used. Why don't you watch the final act with me?
Gillian, you only have 5 minutes. The turbo cycle is just outside on standby. Use that to flee.
Let me go. I'm Elijah Modner. I'm your original.
I don't care if I'm an original or a copy or what. You and I are gonna die right here. If we both die, there won't be a copy anymore now, will there?
The stupid logic of a simpleton, of a machine.
Whatever it is, it's my will!
Machines have no will. Machines cannot sacrifice themselves.
We'll see about that.
You have 4 minutes. You
Better
must
go.
And don't forget to take care of the factory under the Kremlin.
Stop!
Gillian, even if these memories in my head are fiction,
Yeah, I know what you mean. Our memories of our time together are all too real, Random.
Gillian, You become one hell of a junker.
Gillian, it has been most recreational being your partner.
Oh, Metal.
Aw, poor Metal.
If you can, try to pick up the pieces for me, okay? Like we did for Little John.
Little John? Oh. Okay, Metal.
Hurry! You only have 3 minutes.
Thanks. Thanks, you two. Jamie, come on.
No! Don't let her go! No!
You pathetic old fool. You don't even know how to love someone.
You stupid machine! What is that idiotic grin supposed to mean?
By snatching you, I'm finally gonna get my real self back.
Random, there's less than 1 minute to go. Thanks to you, everything will be fine.
You don't owe me any thanks. Sorry to get you involved in such a big job. You did great. You're a hell of a junker.
3,
Hell of a
2,
junker.
1, here it comes!
Later, kid!
Do you need a capture card to start streaming? You don't have to, Necro, but get more stuff like what I'm doing, then it makes it a lot easier. You don't have to. What's up, 13th Hero? How are you doing?
So you're really going, aren't you?
It's our responsibility, too. Besides, if I go to Moscow, I may get some of my memory back. And if that happens, I'll be able to love you even more than I do now. Wait for me. I want to be with you, but first I've got to destroy this terrible factory of theirs. Jamie, when I get back, let's try living together again. What do you say?
13th Special Operations Squad and all junker personnel report immediately for departure.
Well,
We'll be waiting for you, too.
Katrina! Mika! You're here too?
You better be happy, Buster, with all these beautiful women seeing you off.
I'm happy you came. Let me introduce my wife.
Jamie Seed. I suppose it's a little odd introducing myself a second time, though.
What do you mean? You've never met them before, have you?
What are you talking about, Gillian? We're good friends.
Huh? Since when?
It's the first time I've met her in person, but I've spoken with her on the video phone a lot of times.
What? Have you guys been talking about me behind my back?
uh-oh. I'm really sorry for all the worry I've caused you. This kid had such a rough time. She lost almost everything practically overnight. I know. She's done a really great job. I owe her a lot of thanks. Time of return, I'll probably have my memory back. Don't worry, I promise to make you happy. I know it does, doesn't it? You might be a bit lonely for a while, but I'll be back soon. Hang in there. Okay. 13th Hero, maybe. I just couldn't stand to leave such a cute kid all by herself. I want to memorize every detail of Katrina's lovely face so that I don't forget it. Gillian, would you stop that? I feel like you're undressing me with your eyes. Hey, I didn't mean that. Jason Lewis, it's an AI thing. You can it'll say hi, and you click it, and it's like an AI thing, and it automatically says it for you. Don't worry, Mika. This is one job I won't mess up. All right. Let's talk. Trying to learn more about you was what got our relationship started. telling Mickey about how lonely it was being home alone all the time, and she told me that Jamie was always worried about me. So I gave her a video phone call. Gotcha, Split. I knew it. We really became close, didn't we? Sure did. Even Alice gone, I was really lonely. Rena. Our relationship has gone beyond just being friends. Beyond just friends? That sounds pretty good to me. But it's so easy to talk to. It's like I've got 2 real sisters now. Don't be stupid, Gillian. You have a warped mind sometimes, you know. You're just like family to me now. I don't care if you get your memory back or not. Why? Because getting your memory back will mean that you'll remember those things about me that you hated. Things that I hated? What are you talking about? Dealing with each other's imperfections is part of what being married is all about, Jamie. Gillian, don't worry. No memories will change how I feel about you. Don't be stupid, Gillian. You have a war. Okay. Same thing. While you're away, I hope it's okay for Jamie to come and live with me. Yeah, I have no problem with that at all. It will shorten my commute as well, so I'll be killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Great, I'm so happy. I know. It's so nice to have somebody else living in the house with me. So tired of living alone. Maybe I'll ask Katrina if I can move in with her in the near future. It's almost as if I've got a new little sister. It's really wonderful. Katrina is such a cheerful and sweet kid. Ugh.
So have they finalized what they're going to do about Junker operations? I suppose this will end up being our last mission, huh?
Well, originally they were planning on disbanding the team, but now they've decided to keep us in business.
So that means...
That's right. We've been designated as one of the government's special police divisions. That puts us above the regular cops.
So the government has decided
April
that
30th.
crime by machines poses a bigger threat than crime by humans from here on out, huh?
They've chosen the new chief, too. So when you get back, you'll get to meet the new head honcho.
Well, it's comforting to know I've got a place I can come back to.
Who's the new head honcho? Have a safe trip, Captain Seed. Oh, me, huh? I'm the captain. What, me a captain? Not a bad first rank for someone like me who was in the military.
Whatever you do, just come home safe, okay?
Okay.
When you get back from this job, you still have a dinner date to keep with me, you know.
Oh.
Don't worry. I won't forget my promises to either of you. Oops, almost forgot. Of course, I'll want to spend some private moments with my wife, too, huh? What's wrong, Jamie?
Oh.
Harry and I will be waiting for you to get home.
That's Harry's hat.
We can do it this time, Gillian. Not some fake couple like before, but with love and trust.
I know, Jamie.
Take care, Gillian.
I'll see you, Jamie.
Wait! Wait for me! Take me with you, please!
You? Metal?
Yes, sir! We didn't have a good frame to work with, so this is just a temporary body. Just call me Metal Gear, Sega CD for now.
So they found your memory chip in one piece, eh?
Random protected it from the blast of the beam.
Random, huh?
Oh.
Wait a second.
Is that Napoleon?
I've heard that sneeze somewhere before.
Really? I didn't hear anything. Anyway, I want to know if you'll take me with you. Please, Gillian, please take me with you.
Hurry up and get on board, partner.
Yes, sir, Gillian.
Partner. The Sega CD body. Thing. Hey, Keystone. The end.
Throughout history, suspicion has always bred conflict. The real conflict, though, resides in people's hearts. This conflict has just begun.
That's the game. Can't remember how much longer it's going to be, but that's it. That's Snatcher. But logic, maybe. Yeah. After World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. What'd y'all think about Snatcher? For those the first time seeing this game, what did you guys think? What were y'all's thoughts? That's so too. That was good. You dig it? You dig it? Right. So Police Knots will be next. So I'll make sure everything works Tuesday night. Yeah, Split Logic. It's good. Yeah, this is part 4. Good stuff. It was just short. It was short. We haven't been streaming an hour yet. Let's see. Oh, we're streaming that long, have we? Random Hajile. Elijah Random. Elijah Madnar, I mean. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Elijah dropped $700. What do you mean? Why? Oh, Keystone, of course. This is like Kojima's Blade Runner, 100%. No doubt about that. With some Terminator mixed in, for sure. Oh, Split Logic. That's what Smimulation's for. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? You got a PC, Split Logic? Sometimes you just got to. Alright. Alright, y'all tell me what y'all'd rather see, because we're getting done pretty early, so would y'all rather see let's see. It's gonna be a Mega Man game. Mega Man X4 or Mega Man 11. Which one would y'all rather see? No, X4, not X7. Heck no. X4. Vagabond. X4. And we're gonna split through. We're not even watch the cutscenes because I just gotta play through. I even Jason, shut up. Okay. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. Hey, Acme. Split logic. What's wrong? Hold on, we're getting rated real quick, and then we'll set up another stream and do X4 real quick.
I'm under enemy fire! Secure the perimeter! Treat us like a damn fiddle! That's damn good.
Thank you so much for that raid. Thank you, Acme Studios. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Where are we all streaming tonight? Oops, I did the wrong thing. Baldur's Gate, huh? And then 11. Well, it looks like 4 is what people wanted. Okay. Anyways, if those that rated, we just finished Snatcher. And it didn't take us very long to finish it. So we only streamed about an hour. So we're going to do Mega Man X4 really, really quick. Let's do it, shall we? We'll actually we'll play through and do Rockman X4. Just so we can say, like, I think the voice acting is slightly different. But logic, I'm gonna be doing it on my PS5. On my PS5, because that'll be easy for me to do it. So the one that's on the Legacy Collection, I think is the PlayStation version, and I'm gonna be playing as X. Play as X. And play as X. It's a little less stressful. Get through it quickly. Yeah. So let me get it set up and ready, and then once I do it, it'll, yeah, you'll see. Bear with me here. Bring a new. Got X4. This. Not recent. Poop. I was hoping it was recent. Got X3, but just do X. We're doing X4 still. Bear with me here. Vagabond X4. 4. Let's play, man. Alright, just saying, guys, sorry. I didn't even do. Close it up. Set this for 10:15. We'll start it earlier than that. Hey, man. X11? Yeah, there's not an X11. That's what you're saying. Did I ever play the game Elden Ring by From Software? Oh, I sure did. Did I now? Okay, so it's not going yet. Okay. One upcoming. Okay. Alright, so. Okay, Split Logic. I guess you're promoting yourself, which is a no-no, but okay. Bye. Yes, there's a strength build. Strength, mostly strength, some dexterity. Mega Man 8, yeah, no. Mega Man 8. Okay, alright. So here's the link. But I'm going to get it to where it'll automatically take you there. Bear with me. Let me do that real quick, and we'll do Mega Man X4. And we're going to breeze through it. Meow. Don't forget to like this stream, though, y'all, if you don't mind. That would be all. You're good, Split Logic. It's okay. It's good. Just don't let it happen again. We didn't think you did it maliciously. That's why we were educating. Okay. Alright. Here's the link. But it should, again, once I quit this, it should automatically redirect you there, y'all. So, I'll see y'all there in just a second. Again, thank you for watching me play Snatcher, and we'll do Police Knots for the next scheduled stream on Tuesdays. But we're gonna do some Mega Man X4 now, and I'll see y'all there in just a minute. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate your support. See you in a second. Adios.